And get back to school and get ready for the heavy backpacks. Yeah, go ahead and skip past this. So let's get to this video. But that also could mean that it's time to pull out the heavy backpacks, as I mentioned. Before you stuff too many of those new supplies into the bags, think about the weight that's being put on your child's back day in and day out. So the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says that at least 14,000 children are treated for backpack-related injuries every single year. So the big question here is, how can we make sure our kids are safe? Joining us is Dr. Ray Bosita, who is a spine surgeon with the Texas Back Institute. And we also have 8-year-old Caleb. Good morning.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Well, thank you for coming in and wearing the backpack. Okay, so let's talk about it. As a spine surgeon, what types of injuries are you seeing because of these heavy backpacks, if any?
So kids who wear backpacks that are too heavy for them will come into my office complaining of poor posture and back pain. So that will keep them out of gym class. Sometimes they have to go to physical therapy. Sometimes they even need to take anti-inflammatories or muscle relaxers.
And are you finding that the only culprit is the backpack?
So the backpack is actually culprit number 1, and the cell phone is probably culprit number 2, but I know we're focusing on the backpack today. A lot of times kids will have backpacks that are too heavy for them. Most of the time we recommend that backpacks are only 10 to 15% of a kid's body weight. So if a kid's 50 pounds, the backpack should be about 5 to 7.5 pounds. But a lot of times if you look at the books that kids carry, water bottles, lunches, sports equipment, school supplies, the backpacks can get very, very heavy.
Yeah, it's like a whole day's worth of products inside that one backpack. So talk about the types of backpacks that you brought in. Are these examples of what you want to have or what you don't want to have?
So most backpacks, manufacturers will have them arranged by age. So if you have a 4 to 6-year-old, buy a backpack that's for 4 to 6 years old. A lot of times we will have an incentive to get a backpack that's bigger, expecting our kid to sort of grow into it, but that's not the right move because that backpack won't fit, just like a wrong pair of shoes that's the wrong size will not fit you or me.
Sure. Let's talk about Caleb. First of all, he's incredibly adorable, so we need to get him on camera.
Sure.
So let's show Caleb. Yes, you're looking great. Now, is this backpack the backpack do or the backpack don't?
So this is the backpack do. Turn sideways a little bit. So this backpack is sitting up against his back. It's not sitting too low. It's a good size. It goes from about his shoulders down to his waistline or a little bit below. It shouldn't be so big that it looks as big as the kid himself. And then when he walks, go ahead and walk. So when he walks, he should be walking with a good posture. Back is nice and straight, not leaning over too much. Come on back over here, Caleb.
You look great, Caleb. You're a model and an excellent backpack wearer, so I appreciate it.
So not that you would carry 10-pound weights when you go to school, but if you had 10 pounds worth of books in your backpack, put it in here. So now this increases his backpack to about 10 or this would be 12 pounds.
Okay.
It gets a little bit heavier. Come on back. Go ahead, walk across. Come back over here. But then, if you went and got him a big one.
Yeah.
So you'd have the biggest backpack in your whole grade, like this one. This one weighs about 20 pounds.
Okay, and is this an appropriate size for Caleb, or is it too big?
This is exactly what not to do. But luckily I know a spine surgeon who can fix this. Go ahead. So in order for him to walk, the backpack is way too low on his body.
Yeah.
He has to lean forward a lot in order for him to walk reasonably well. And is it starting to hurt yet?
No.
Oh, but he's so strong. That's why.
Right. That's
strong
right.
guy, and he's got mom in the background posing for the picture. So, but I get your point, Dr. Bosita, because what we're saying here is, for example, Caleb, that's way too big. So, for example, if you're,
we better get that off. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, okay, yes, you take the backpack off.
Okay.
But I mean, for example, I know a lot of families want to do a hand-me-down. We did that. You know, it's like, okay, you know, your brother or sister's graduating. We'll give you their backpack. You maybe want to hold off on that and get something that's suited just for their age.
Yes, and this is huge incentive to do that, to hand these backpacks down, but find the right backpack for the right kid, and that'll keep them standing tall, walking nice, and not going too far too soon.
One more time really quickly, what is the requirement again, the percentage of weight to backpack?
So the easiest is 10 to 15% of the kid's ideal body weight. So, so if a kid's 50 pounds, up to 7.5 pounds. If a kid is 80 pounds, up to 12. If a kid's 100 pounds, up to 15.
Okay, that's not a lot.
It's
I know
not.
some parents are saying, Oh gosh, we have more books in that. So maybe this needs to be the teachers or somebody like that figuring out all of those
Sure.
different details.
And even here, this is just one book. This one book we weighted. This is a 9-pound book. So if it's someone his age, it would be this book and then maybe one other thing in the backpack.
Okay, and carry the water bottle, I guess.
Correct.
Doctor, thank you. Appreciate the insight.
Thank you very
for
much.
coming on and sharing that. And Caleb, you rocked it. You were phenomenal. And good luck at back to school. Big wave for everybody. Yeah!